Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be making this cropped cardigan. It's very easy to make and you will not need to sew anything. We're going to join everything with a single crochet. So let's begin. So the supplies you're going to need are some yarn. I'm using 4-ply. You can use 4-ply or double knit, but as long as you use a 3.5mm hook. And then a pair of scissors, a darning needle, some stitch markers and tape. I have the written pattern available in my Coffee, Ravelry and Lovecraft stores. It's from extra small to 5 extra large, but if your size is not there or you haven't purchased a written pattern, I have the instructions right here on how you can get the measurement. So you need your chest measurement plus 2 inches, because remember this is outer waist, so we want it to fit nice and loose. Then you need your sleeve circumference plus 1 inch, and then your shoulder to waist back, whatever measurement that is. That's the length you want. You can make it longer if you want, but I'm going for like lower waist. I am working in medium, so I'm going to be working on medium stitches. I'm going to put the number of stitches in on the screen for each of the sizes. So for a medium we need to make a 78 stitches or any number of stitches based on your size in multiples of 3. So I'm quickly going to make a chain. This pattern is suitable for an advanced beginner, and the stitches you're going to use are the double crochet, front post double crochet, back post double crochet, single crochet. And so you're going to start by making a chain in multiples of 3. I'm making a medium, so I'm going to make 78 stitches, but you can check out the number of stitches on the screen for your size. Now that I've done my number of stitches, we're going to start by double crocheting in the 4th stitch from the hook. When I'm not going to do any other finish, I normally just work in the back bumps like this, because it gives a great finish. So that's what I do. So we're going to work double crochet, and double crochet is yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. I will do it again. Yarn over, insert your hook through the back bump, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, insert your hook on the back bump, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And you're going to continue with the double crochet until the end of the row. I've now finished my row with my double crochet, so I'm going to chain 1 and turn. We're going to be double crocheting at the base of the turning stitch, right? That's the beginning. Then in the next stitch you're going to front post double crochet, which is yarn over, insert your hook at the back of the post, yarn over, pull, yarn over, insert your hook at the back of the post, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And in the next stitch, so you're going to work your hook through the back of your post like this, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And then the front post, double crochet, and then work the back post in the back of the post like this, and then again in the front under the post, and then in the back under the post. So you're going to be alternating the front post and the back post, double crochet until you are at the end of the row. So I'm gonna work off camera and I'll come back when I'm done with my row. So I'm now done with my round 2 and I have 1 stitch left, and the last stitch I just work a double crochet, then chain 1 and turn, and we're going to work a double crochet in the same stitch at the base there. This is in lieu of a chain 3. I just feel like it looks better like this. And then so in row 3 you're going to work a back post double crochet where you work the front post double crochet, and then the front post double crochet where you worked the back post double crochet. So if it's at the back like this, you work it at the back because we're trying to form ribbing here, and then at the front you work a front post double crochet and front post and then back post. Back post where you have the front post like so. So continue alternating until the end of the round, and I'll see you at the end of the row. So I'm now done with my 8 rows of ribbing. I'm now just going to start the rest of the body. It's a 2 row pattern and I'm just going to show you now how to work the stitch. So you're going to chain 1 and work a double crochet in the same stitch, then work a double crochet in the next stitch. Please remember, we're not increasing, so when you work a double crochet in the same stitch, you're not increasing. Then chain 1, then skip the next stitch and work double crochet in the next two stitches, 1, and in the next stitch 2, chain 1, skip the next stitch and work double crochet in the next 2 stitches. So you skip 1 and 2, chain 1, skip, then work 1 double crochet in the next 2 stitches, and continue until the end of the row. You should have 2 double crochet stitches at the end of the row. Then you're going to chain 1 and turn, and this row you're going to work single crochets in each stitch. If you don't know how to single crochet, it's simple. You insert your hook. We're going to start in the same stitch. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through 2, and then in the next stitch insert your hook, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2, and then in the chain insert your hook, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2. So you're going to work in each of the stitches until the end of the row. Make sure that you have the same number of stitches at the end of the row, because when you're working the single crochet it's easy to miss stitches and whatnot. So just make sure that at the end of each row you have the number of stitches that you started with. So I'm going to see you at, so I'm done with my row. I've single crocheted all the stitches across. Then in the 11th row you're going to chain 1 and turn and work a double crochet in the same stitch. And then in the next stitch you're going to work a back loop double crochet. So you can see here you have the 2 V's. You're only going to work at the one loop at the back and the one loop of the V. So normally we'll go through both like this, but we're going to go only at the back here. So you're going to yarn over through the back, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. Chain 1, skip the next stitch and work a back loop double crochet in the next 2 stitches, 1 and 2. Chain 1, skip the next stitch and work a back loop double crochet, 1 and 2. Chain 1, skip the next stitch and work a back loop double crochet. So continue until you have 1 stitch left, and we're going to work a double crochet in the last stitch. So it's not going to be in the back loop, it's just going to be a full double crochet. So I'll see you at the end of the round. I'm now in the last stitch, and in the last stitch you're going to work through both loops. Work a double crochet through both loops. Chain 1 and turn. Row 12, you're going to work single crochet like row 10. So start with a single crochet in the same stitch, and then single crochet in all the stitches and all the chains until the end of the row. So I'm done with our row. You're going to chain 1 and turn. So from here on you're basically repeating row 10 and 11. So you're going to repeat row 10 and 11 until you have the length from your shoulder to your waist. I'm working a medium, so I'm going to work 55 rows for that. To fit me the other sizes, you can see the number of rows that you need to work on the screen. You can add or reduce here if you want. This is the length of your sweater. This is the length of your cardigan at the back. So you can increase or decrease rows here if you want. So I'm going to go off camera and I'm going to work my 55 rows, alternating row 10 and 11. My last row will be 11. So my last row will be the back loop double crochet row. So I'm going to see you when I'm done, and then we're going to split and work the front. I'm now done with my 55 rows from the beginning, and now I'm going to split for the front. So this is the whole back, and now we're going to split for the front because we're making a cardigan that's going to be open at the front. So what I did is I marked 32 stitches from one end to here and place a stitch marker, and 32 stitches from here and place a stitch marker there. I have 10 stitches left in between. The number of stitches that you're going to have in between, I've put them on the screen right now, so it will show you what stitch number to place your stitch marker. And now we're going to work the front. I'm going to work this side first and complete, and then come back and work the other side and then complete, and then move on. So what we do here is I'm going to chain 1 and then work my row of single crochet to the first stitch marker. So I'm now here on the first stitch marker. I'm going to stop working here for now, leave all these stitches unworked, and then chain 1 and turn. So from here on we're going to be working only these 32 stitches until the end. So chain 1 and work a double crochet in the first stitch as we were, and then in the next stitch work a back loop double crochet, chain 1, skip, and then work double crochet in the back loop double crochet in the next 2 stitches, and continue until the end of the row. I'm now at the end of the row, and I'm going to chain 1, turn, and work a row of single crochet back to the stitch marker, and you're going to continue until you have worked 54 rows. So it will be 1 row less than the back. This rests on the shoulder, the extra row rests on the shoulder. For the other sizes, you're going to work the exact same number of rows that you worked at the back list one. So I'm going to go off camera and work this side, and then I'm going to come back and just show you how to continue with the ribbing. It's not complicated, it's simple to continue with the ribbing until the end. So I'll see you when I'm done. So I'm now done with my 44 rows to match the back, and then so that's what it's going to be, and then we're going to work the ribbing. Working the ribbing is the same, there's no difference. You're going to chain 1, work a double crochet in the same stitch, and then we're going to work a row of double crochet in all the stitches. So you're going to work 1 double crochet in all the stitches and the chains. So I'm now at the end of the row, and we're going to start the ribbing the same way we did here. So you're going to chain 1, turn, work a double crochet in the same stitch, then work a front post double crochet, then work a back post double crochet. So this is your row 2 of the ribbing, a front post double crochet, then a back, and in the very last stitch you work a double crochet. So we started the ribbing, so we need the ribbing to be 8 rows like this one. So we're going to continue, chain 1 and turn, and where we worked the back post we'll work the front post, and where we work the front post we'll work the back post. From here on you're going to repeat the same way we did here, alternate rows 2 and 3 until you have a total of 8 rows, and I'm going to see you when I'm done. So I'm not done with the ribbing, so half of my front is complete, and what I'll do is I'll cut again, I'll weave this in, and then we're gonna go back to the neckline where we place the stitch marker. See, I place the stitch marker there, and you turn your work to the wrong side. So the single crochet side is the wrong side. We just continue what we did here. So we're going to skip these 10 stitches in between, and then go to the next stitch marker and repeat exactly what we've done on that side. So you're going to join your yarn in the stitch marker. Make sure you have the same number of stitches as that side. So join your yarn, whichever way you do it is fine. Chain 1 and then single crochet to the end of the row like we did on the other side. So you start single crochet in the same stitch and then single crochet in all the stitches across. I have completed my single crochet row and I've worked 32 stitches. Chain 1 and turn, and it will just be a repetition of the pattern. So double crochet in the same stitch, then double crochet in the next stitch, back loop, double crochet, and then chain 1, skip 1 and back loop, double crochet in the next 2 stitches until you get to the stitch marker, the second stitch marker. And when you get to the stitch marker, you work in the last stitch where you have a stitch marker, chain 1 and turn. Leave these stitches unworked. So this will be 46 rows and 8 rows of ribbing, in total 54 rows. Remember, we're not working exactly as a back. The one row is for the shoulder, so it sits nicely on the shoulder. So you're going to work 46 rows plus 8 rows of ribbing depending on your size. So now I'm done with both my fronts. As you can see, it's split like this. So now we're going to work the sleeves. So to make the sleeves, you're going to need the circumference of your sleeve. So to work this, you're going to turn it to the wrong side, right? This is the wrong side where you work the single crochet row. You'll see the difference. The right side has texture with a row and the wrong side doesn't have texture like that. So you work on the wrong side and you start where you placed the stitch marker in that single crochet row. So you're going to join your yarn in that stitch and then work a row of single crochet. So you start in the same stitch, chain 1 and single crochet, and then in the next stitch where you have the double crochet rows, you work 2 single crochets and then a single crochet in the next one, which is a single crochet, and then 2 single crochets in the double crochet row. So continue working like this until you get to the second stitch marker on that side, and I will see you when I finish this row. Okay. So I'm done with my row from stitch marker to stitch marker. Leave the rest unworked and then chain 1 and turn. We're now going to continue working the sleeves that side until we have the length. So the second row will be so double crochet in the same stitch, then back loop, double crochet in the next stitch, chain 1, skip 1 double crochet in the next 2 stitches in the back loop, chain 1, skip 1. You know the pattern, so go for it until the end of the row. I'm now at the end of the row and I'm going to turn and work the row of single crochet as per usual. So now I'm just going to continue working the sleeve in the same way until I have the length that I need. So to calculate the length, so you're going to work this pattern and then add the ribbing. So take the length of your sleeve measured from the underarm, less 2 inches. The 2 inches is your ribbing. So the size of your sleeve, lace 2 inches, and then you're going to work this pattern. After you're done the 2 inches, you add the ribbing. So the number of rows you need to work for the stitch, and then the ribbing size is indicated on the screen. I'm now done with my sleeve, and now we're going to join the sleeve and the underarms. We don't need a needle to do this. We're going to use the single crochet stitch to join everything. So what you do is you fold your sleeve, you turn your work into the wrong side. So this is the wrong side where you were working the single crochet, and where you're working the buck loop double crochet is the right side. So you turn it to the wrong side and then fold it into two like this, into half like this, and then align your front with the back like this. And we're going to work a single crochet around here. So what I do is I place my stitch marker here on the corner just to hold it into place so that I don't miss anything. So just make sure it's properly aligned and place your stitch marker on the corner there, and then place your stitch marker at the end here just to hold it together so it's not moving around as you are working. Right. And this is it. This is how it's going to look like when you're done. So I already did this side. As you can see, it's already joined, and this is your wrong side. So we're just going to do the same on this side. And to join, as I say, don't cut your yarn when you're done. And to join, we're going to just use a single crochet stitch. So you're going to pull your loop through. So you're working on both sides. So you're going to be working on both sides since you're joining. And then chain one, work a single crochet in the same stitch. Okay, and then work a single crochet in the same row, if you know what I mean, the same double crochet row. Then you're going to go into the next double crochet row and work 2 single crochets, 1 and 2, and then in the next 2 until you're done with the ribbing section. So work 2 single crochet in each of the ribbing on your wrong side until you are here on where the other pattern starts. Just make sure that everything is aligned as you go. You can place as many stitch markers as you want if you want that guidance, but I live dangerously, so I only placed on the corner. And then 2 here, 1 and 2. And then this is where the pattern starts. So here it's going to be slightly different. So where you have the double crochet row, you're going to work 2 single crochets. So 1 and 2. And then where we worked the single crochet, you're going to work 1 single crochet to join. And here that's the double crochet row. You're going to work 2 single crochets, 1, 2, and where you have the single crochet, you work 1 single crochet. Where you have the double crochet, you work 2 single crochets, and where you have the single crochet row, you work 1 single crochet. And you're going to continue until you are at the end over here. So remember, at the ribbing you work 2 single crochets in each, but where you have the single crochet you work 1 single crochet to join. So I'm going to continue working until I've joined in, then I'm going to come back and we're going to work joining. As you can see, I've been working the ends, and now we're going to work the ribbing around the opening, and that will be it. So to work the ribbing, you start from on your wrong side. You start on the wrong side and you start at the end of the opening. So you start from here on the wrong side and you join your yarn on the corner of your first row. Sorry, we're going to start at the corner at the front, on the corner there, and you're going to join your yarn, and we're just going to work the ribbing the same way. I think the first row will be tricky, but after that you'll get the gist of it. So you join your yarn, chain 1 and work a double crochet in the same stitch, working through both sides. Then in the same row, as you can see that's a row, you work another double crochet. Then you go to the next row, you work 2 double crochets in the same row and 2 double crochet in the same row. This is where you have the ribbing, right? In the same row, 2 double crochets, 1, 2 in the same row, crochets, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, and then 1, 2. When you're done with the ribbing, right, when you start on the actual pattern, we're going to do the same thing we're doing when we're joining. So you work 2 double crochets, 1, 2 in the double crochet row, and then 1 double crochet in the single crochet row. So 2 double crochets in the double crochet row, 1, 2, and then 1 double crochet in the single crochet row. 2 double crochets, 1, 2, and 1 double crochet in the single crochet row, and you're going to continue all the way around until you get here at the top, and I'll come back and I'll show you how to work in the ribbing at the end, at the top. So 2 double crochets, then 1 double crochet, and I'll see you when I get to this corner because it's slightly different here. And when you get to this top part with this corner, remember these are the stitches that we skipped when we split the front. So in here we're just going to work 1 double crochet in each of those stitches and the chain spaces. So 1 double crochet in each of the stitches, and then 1 double crochet in the chain space. And now we're back to the side where you have single crochet and double crochet rows. So we're now going to go back to working a single crochet and then 2 double crochets in the double crochet rows, and a single crochet in the single crochet row, and 2 double crochets in the double crochet row. So what we're doing is we're basically repeating what we did on this side. So you continue, and when you get to the ribbing, you work 2 double crochets in each of the rows. Then I'm going to come back and we're going to work the second row, which is the ribbing that as we have been working it, but I'll just show you at the beginning. And when we get here to the ribbing, we're going to do the same thing that we did on this side. You're going to work 2 double crochets per row in each row. So 1, 2. That's the first round of your ribbing, and we're just going to work the ribbing the way we've worked it on the sleeves. Chain 1, double crochet in the same stitch, then front post double crochet in the next stitch, then back post double crochet in the next stitch. And you're going to continue working this row. You're going to continue working the front post double crochet, back post the way we worked on the sleeve until you have 8 rows. So it will be exactly the same number of rows for this ribbing. So 8 rows for this as well. And then you are done. You're going to cut your yarn and weaving. If you enjoyed the tutorial, don't forget to subscribe, turn on post notifications. Until next time, thank you for watching.